Hey you, thanks for coming to hang out with me for a few minutes. Today I want to talk about 3 natural remedies I found for gastritis that won't constipate you. And if you stay to the end, I'll tell you my story and how I came to the conclusion to use these 3 products. Also, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to get more of these videos. If you subscribe to get more videos, the type of videos I make are product reviews on things that I've tried that have worked for me, and that would be supplements and beauty products and different biohacks like red light. So please hit subscribe if you want more of those types of videos. I also have a channel called Destination New Life where I give tips on how to stop emotional eating. And I have a website at destinationnewlife.com where you can sign up for a free consultation if you'd like help to stop overeating. And below in the description, there'll be links to the products I'll be mentioning in this video. I want to preface this by saying I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not an herbalist. I'm just giving you my experience from my research, from my doctor's visits, and from my Facebook groups that I've been a part of all these years, so that maybe your journey won't be as long as mine to help shorten your journey. Please do your own research before taking these products because these products may have interactions with other medical conditions and other medications that you may be on, especially psyllium husk, because it can absorb the medicine you're taking. So you have to take it away from the medicine. Also, I want to mention that I highly suggest going to see a doctor who specializes in gastrointestinal issues so they can put an eyeball on the situation in your tummy and take whatever blood test just to help you to understand what's wrong. And maybe you don't want to take the prescription medications, but at least you'll know where to tackle it. You'll know to Google how to fix bile reflux, which causes gastritis, or you'll know how to Google what to do about low acid, which causes it also. And also, I want to mention that everybody's different. So what works for me may not work for you. And what didn't work in one phase of your medical problem may work in the other phase, or vice versa. What did work in one part of your phase won't work in the other part. So just keep that in mind as well while you're trying these products. Like maybe it's something that you'll have to revisit at another time and see if it works again. For instance, psyllium husk and the slippery elm that I'm going to mention in this video can be harmful for somebody with SIBO. And you can have coexisting problems. Like I had gastritis and SIBO, and I had constipation, extreme constipation. And so I was so constipated that the psyllium husk was just making things worse, and the slippery elm was making my stomach burn. So I did have to resolve the SIBO first before I started doing this. I had to go on what they call the low FODMAP diet, and the low FODMAP took out the SIBO. And then once the SIBO was gone, then I started to attack the bile problem that I had causing my gastritis. So now on to the products. So the first one is the psyllium husk, and this one is a mucilagenic forming fiber that will coat your stomach. And if you have bile reflux problems, this will absorb the bile and it'll take the burning away. It won't, I don't know if it'll help you with heartburn or not, but it will take the bile burning away if you have bile stuck in your stomach, because it is a bile binder and it sticks to it and it takes it into your intestines and sweeps it out. And this one you have to take, well, I shouldn't say you have to take, but this one I take twice a day. I start in the morning, first thing I wake up, and you take it with a whole 8 ounces, 1 teaspoon to a whole 8 ounces. At first, I started taking it with not enough water, and that can also cause problems. So just make sure, take it with a lot of water and gulp it down all at once. Do not sip on it because it will turn into a gel. And that actually hurts when it goes down, when it turns into a gel. So drink it while it's still very thin and easy to drink. The next one is marshmallow root. And this one is a mucilagenic forming herb, and it helps with all the mucous membranes. It helps with your stomach, your intestines, your lungs, your throat, your bladder, so many things, your eyes, all the mucous membranes. This one is just a 1/4 of a teaspoon a day that I take, And I add it to this tea, which I'll mention later. I put these two together and I sip on them throughout the day. And when I run out of the water that's in there that's been steeping, I'll just pour more water on top of it and I'll just drink that all day long because this settles to the bottom of the cup. And so you just, when you pour water on top of it, it just keeps steeping in the liquid and this keeps putting off its mucilagenic properties into the water. So don't throw the powder out that settles to the bottom of your cup. And at the end of the day, when I have some left over, I'll stir it up really good so I get all the particles floating around. And then I will make it part of my psyllium husk water that I take. And the psyllium husk, I should also mention that you don't want to take this too close to bed because if you're anything like me, I'm in my 40s, my late 40s, it will cause you to have to wake up in the middle of the night. And you probably already know this. So I try to take it at least 4 hours before I go to bed. But there was a time in my journey where I couldn't take it like that, so far away from bed. I had to take it right before I went to bed because my stomach burned so bad. And this would take away the burning in my stomach. Now, the Rachel's tea. What this is it is slippery elm, turmeric root, wild yam chunks, ginger root chunks, marshmallow leaf, chamomile flower, peppermint leaf, fennel seed, and peppermint oil. And this is very good for people who struggle with IBS and have constipation issues or inflammatory bowel issues because of the turmeric that's also in it, and the wild yam as well. Both are anti-inflammatory. So this is good for all the inflammation issues that you may have in your body. So I highly suggest this. I have a subscription to it and they send this to me once a month and it lasts me all month long. So anyways, that's what I do. And how I found out about these products was I joined a Facebook group. I just Googled holistic remedies for gastritis. And I also did one holistic remedies for bile reflux. And also I joined a SIBO group and a pain-free digestion group. I'll link those also below so that you can check them out. But I did a lot of research on these Facebook groups to find out what everybody else is doing. And I found out that psyllium husk was the #1 remedy for the people in the group and how they alleviated a lot of their problems. Prior to that, I had been on proton pump inhibitors, or otherwise antacids, and they helped me so much. So I was afraid to take them for long term because I didn't want all the side effects that people get from taking them long term, but I did have to take them. I absolutely had to take them in the beginning. Otherwise, I probably would have died. So, antacids and proton pump inhibitors have their place. So, I definitely highly recommend taking them if you have to. And then I just started weaning myself off because you don't want to just go off them immediately. I was using sucralfate, which is a prescription that they put me on that absorbs bile, and I don't know what else it does. I just know that it absorbs whatever's sitting in there hurting it. It absorbs that. But sucralfate constipates you. And so I had to wean myself off of that also. And as I was weaning myself off of that, I started using the psyllium husk, the marshmallow root, and then the Rachel's tea. But like I said, I had to conquer SIBO first, and I had to wean myself off the prescriptions that were very needed. And then now that's what I'm left with for my maintenance is those things. I hope this helps you guys. If this helped you and you think it will help others, please share and please comment below and let me know your story and what you've tried. And if you just need somebody to talk to, I would love to encourage you. And I just love to hear from you at all. Please hit the thumbs up if you like this video. And remember, the links to the products are below in the description. And I hope you guys have a super blessed day. And just remember to pray about it. Give it to the Lord. He will guide you in the right direction. This was all a result of me praying, giving it to God, and listening to Him to tell me where to go next. I believe he led me to the doctor who knew exactly what I needed to do, who could tell me exactly what was wrong with me so that I could do the Google research I needed to do. And I believe that he led me to the therapist I needed to go to, my mental health therapist that could help with the mental health issues that were also causing my gastritis problems. So I would also say consider checking out therapy, especially EMDR therapy. That was another thing that I tried. So that's it, you guys. Have a super blessed week and